I'm in the Hewitt's paddock in Weetah this morning. NRM North have set up their Hillslope erosion demonstration trial. There's 4 treatments. Ripper mulched, although on this scale done by hand. Good job, Peter Heading. There's a bare fallow, a strip sown to pasture, and one that's been deep ripped without the mulch strips put on. This is mostly an observational trial. They've buried some pegs into the plots to the surface of the soil, and we'll see if those pegs start to be revealed as the winter goes on, or even further buried if there's some deposition of the soil as it moves. The grower who owns this paddock, Simon, he was saying there's a corner where the fence just disappears regularly, and he's had soil move down onto the road in that direction and even into someone's garage. So this paddock's very prone, and he's taken it out of production for cropping because he just can't keep the soil on here, and he's just had it in pasture. And there's been some soil test results. Organic carbon is really good, 5%, and potassium's high, and pH is 6.2, so theoretically the ground's in pretty good nick.
So if you want to protect your paddock, you need some erosion control. If you have a cultivated or bare soil surface from now until September, I would suggest you need some insurance, and that's the way I would look at it. It might cost you a bit, both in inconvenience and in some cost, but it's worth the protection for your most valuable asset. So I think we didn't mention about those banks of soil that are built up at the edge of the paddock, or that disappear down across the neighbours. That's the most valuable part of your soil. It's the soil nearest the surface. It has the highest organic matter content. It'll contain the most nutrients of the fertilisers that you put on, and so it is the most valuable part of your soil. It's the surface bit that goes off the paddock when you lose it by erosion. So that's the bit that you need to look after. And invariably farmers bring it back if they can from down in the paddock, but unfortunately it's not the same soil. It actually has been degraded, particularly in terms of its structure, and it'll never perform as it once used to when it was on the paddock originally.
Reason being?
Structurally degraded. Yeah, it's lost all its
nutrient loss as well.
Well, often that stuff's quite rich in terms of nutrients. It's very high in organic matter. I mean, I've measured stuff, this sort of deep, and it is rich fertility-wise, but structure-wise, it's degraded. It's just massive, and it doesn't have all those root channels and fungi and everything else that are going on in this.
Aggregation. Lost the aggregation.
Yeah.
And one of the learnings over the last decade is potatoes grow in about 25 litres of soil volume, okay? At 300 pounds per square inch or 2,000 kilopascal tension, the penetrometer, that's the point at which roots will no longer penetrate, right? So soil depth is critical, and it seems that you can have very high DNA levels of pathogen, and with powdery scape, like Tasmania is the world champion, and one of the reasons for powdery scape being so prolific here is that the poppy crop is another host of powdery scape. So if you grow poppies after potatoes, which most farmers do, you'll see the DNA of powdery scape actually jump up again and follow up, and it takes ages for it to come back down. So one of these sites, after 10 years, the starting... Talking about the 20 to 25 litres of soil is, once you start to have compaction issues, and you've only got, say, 10 inches of soil before you start to feel resistance with the penetrometer, all of a sudden you've reduced that volume of soil from which that plant has to grow. So invariably what happens is we use plenty of fertiliser, the farmers irrigate well, plants grow, they get to midsummer, all of a sudden they're starting to run out of root because of disease in the soil, and they haven't had this volume of soil with which to grow root. So the plants start to wilt, so you throw more water on the crop and then all of a sudden you've overfilled the soil. We've got a farm that's, it just has, the guy's on a 7 to 8 year rotation, really good farmer, good livestock farmer, and potatoes is his other crop, right? And he produces 75 to 80 tonnes per hectare with massive power to scab DNA on that farm for whatever reason it is. But he's got deep soil, right? So if you've got the hindrance of compaction and you've got the hindrance of disease or pathogen, you're on a loser, right? But if you've got enough soil there so the plants can actually get their roots away, it makes a big difference. You can generate all these pretty maps, aerial imagery and EM38 maps, but if you don't go out with a shovel and have a look, you'll never learn what it really means.
So interesting to see how this trial goes. If we can see the erosion happening, and nice job NRM North.